We'll cut that out. So welcome back.
That was great.
Episode 7 of Ask Ashley. Woohoo! We've been doing this for,
number.
7 months now. That's crazy.
7 months.
So, and we actually got a few questions for tonight, and
it's getting better.
And I want to start this podcast by saying a big thank you to you for helping with these guys' devious plan to make some Pop-Tarts for me, and
Ashley's recipe for Pop-Tarts.
Ashley's recipe, and they are delicious.
Yes.
And I'm not gonna lie, when the box was presented, my first thought was, oh, they had Ashley ship some, because I didn't think these two fuckers would, So
his lady helped me bake them.
Yeah. So
Yay!
Yeah. So we had them there for my 50th birthday, and we just cut them into 8 pieces, and everybody kind of picked at it and took, a little bit here and there. So that night, I think I only had like 1/8 of one. And everything was fine. And then
Intel,
a week and a half ago, not this past Saturday, but the Saturday prior, Leah and I decided we were going to basically split. I ate like 70%. She ate 30% of one. And this was at like 9 o'clock in the morning. We ate them. We ran to the farmer's market. By the time we were leaving the farmer's market, we were both like, holy fuck, this is intense. Get ourselves home. I have a major panic attack. I think I'm dying. I end up passed out on our bathroom floor. Once I've slept for like 10 minutes, I'm fine. Once I'm down on the floor for like 10 minutes, I know I'm not going to die. I've come to, every stoner goes through it once. Oh, fuck, I'm going to die. You're not going to die. Finally get my bearings back about me, but I stayed on that bathroom floor for like 3 hours. Finally made my way to the bed where Leah was passed out, and we were passed out until like 7 o'clock that night. And Leah still felt high the next day. It was fucking nuts.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
So wait, let me clarify. You took one and you halved it.
Yes.
How many did you make?
We
based on the concoction,
8 of them.
I don't know, but I thought it was going to be like 35 milligrams a piece is what they.
So what happened was I don't want to call him my pot guy that I said, hey, can you get me pot so I can make the butter?
Uh-huh.
He was like, that's gonna stink. Yep, it does. I get it. Why don't I just get you distillate? I'm like, okay.
Your eyeballs are scaring me.
Oh shit. Uh-huh.
So originally he goes, why don't I just see if I can get you butter? I'm like, all right. And then he goes, nope, because he's got a guy that makes gummies.
Okay.
Why don't I get you the distillate? And that's what he gave me. A little fucking jar of distillate.
So before we go any further, tell me, what does distillate mean?
So distillate is a concentrated amount, and why it's called distillate is because if you looked at that little jar or vial, it was probably a very light amber color to almost clear.
It was amberish.
Yeah. Okay. So that meaning they pulled all the plant material out of it and just literally concentrated all the THC out of whatever plants they had.
Oh.
Yeah.
So she made out of your recipe, she made 10 of them. That's,
yes.
You can't.
Okay.
So she made 10 of them.
Any numbers at all on like that distillate?
He did. 35 is what he told me.
3,500?
35 milligrams.
What I thought
the whole distillate?
I don't know.
I thought what was told to me was that they worked out to where each Pop-Tart was roughly 35 milligrams.
Yes. If it was done correctly.
Yeah.
Okay, so 35 times 10 is 3,500.
Well, 350.
Is my math correct?
No, it's not 350.
Oh. We're gonna cut that. My math is shit. So 300
Edit.
and
Edit.
350 milligrams in, I want to probably say like a vial that's like this big. That's a half a gram, maybe half a gram of distillate.
Okay.
I want to say you're probably closer to like 3,500.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot of THC. That's a lot.
Yeah.
So shit, I should have sent you my I have like a little machine that you can test
Oh.
and it'll tell you exactly how much.
Well, we went into it. I said when I got them, because I knew there's going to be some inconsistency. They're edibles,
Sure,
right?
sure.
You can't, I mean, made at
Mhm.
home. There's no FDA looking over your shoulder. I mean, so I knew there'd be some inconsistencies. And I said to Leah before we did it, I'm like, I kind of like let's just take a chance and see what happens. It's like we're playing a little roulette, right?
Mhm.
And you did.
Not knowing it was going to be quite that heavy. By far the
Yeah.
highest I've ever been. I mean, it was ridiculous. So,
Okay, well, mission accomplished, but that's a little scary.
yes. What is knocking?
That's what I'm like. Who's knocking?
Who's knocking?
Hello?
I don't like it. It wasn't
Stop moving.
okay. More edit. Sorry, bud. Where's I going with that? So I made the butter
Uh-huh.
with the distillate, and then I put it in jars and I gave it to Leah. And then when she was making the Pop-Tarts, she texted me and she's like, yeah, I literally licked my fingers and I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
like, I need to relax. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with the distillate, the way that it's like it's I don't want to say manufactured, but the way that they make it, in the way that I taught you, well, if you know how to make bud butter yourself, soy lecithin or that emulsifier is not needed with distillate.
Oh.
So you can just throw that distillate straight in the batter if you wanted to.
oh, okay.
Yeah. So you didn't have to like go through that whole, that might have also made it a little stronger.
Okay. I felt like Walter White that day in my butter making it above my stove.
Gas mask and all.
Yeah.
Did you try any? Were you
I have not.
okay? I mean,
Yeah,
I was
hearing
gonna
his story,
that
I'd be scared
night.
shitless.
What's that?
Hearing his story, I'd be scared shitless to try it.
I am now, yes.
Yeah.
I am now, but that the night too much got away. I just, was having fun. I just forgot about it. And then I gave 2 to the guy that got me the distillate.
Mm-hmm.
And I froze them and I gave them to him. And I texted him this morning. I'm like, how are they? And he's like, they're in my freezer. He hasn't tried them yet. He's a true.
Yeah, he's a big time stoner.
He's been a stoner since I met him 20 plus years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he gave us, as I picked up the distillate in a syringe,
Mm-hmm.
he gave it to me in a syringe. So I had to boil water to loosen it up so I could squeeze it out because it was really thick.
Yep.
So that's where I was like, I got a picture of the stove going. And then he gave me some of the gummies that the guy makes that we got the distillate from. That's where we had the.
Yeah, where'd those ever go?
Well, they were eaten up.
Oh, they all were? Okay.
And then I gave the rest to the band.
Gotcha.
But one of the guitarists of the band, he popped a couple of them. And then by the end of his set was just
Yeah.
awesome. He was doing so awesome. He didn't give a fuck in the world.
He did not do it.
And he played amazing.
He did not do as awesome. I don't know if you've watched the clip. I'm going to put out a clip of just a little bit of it, but this idiot decided to serenade me for my birthday. And because we had a band come down to my buddy's house and play for us. And he decided to serenade me, and then we both started singing, and so we threw that into the episode that came out with the band. So, and I'm gonna put out just a clip later in the week of us singing. So,
oh, exciting! It sounds like an overall great birthday, though.
It was, and
I think a blast.
I think the singing, I think the 1/8 of a Pop-Tart, I definitely helped with the singing. So,
I
do
did
you have any Pop-Tarts left?
Oh yeah. There's still 4 or 5 of them.
Put them in the freezer.
Yeah, they're in the freezer. And
are you scared to try another one?
I am not scared to try another one. No,
you just won't eat as much.
We'll be cutting them into 1/8 and eating an 1/8 at a time. And
I mean, even a quarter should be.
Yeah. Cause that was, I mean, like I said, the 10 minutes that I was really panic induced sucked. But other than that, it was, it was a wasted day. I mean, we were passed out all fucking day and it was beautiful outside, but like it was still a fun experience, and I went into it knowing the possibility of that was there. So I mean, we have certainly gotten ourselves high enough to waste days in the past. So I knew the possibility was there. I just didn't think it would be eat at 9, passed out by 10. That really kind of
Oh, that was fast.
it was fast. Yeah. I mean, I'm exaggerating a little. It was probably an hour and a half or whatever, 2 hours maybe. But
regardless, at the party, the Pop-Tarts were eaten.
yes,
They were gone, and the band slept really good, is what they told us.
They enjoyed themselves too, I hope.
Absolutely.
They
All
did.
right. Well, you got
So-
your hands on some really epic stuff then.
Yeah. Well,
Sheesh.
like I said, I wanted to make sure I said thank you because it couldn't have happened without you, and I can't say thank you enough. I appreciate it, and what these guys all did was, I mean, made me feel good. So
Good.
good.
Hey, I'm sure the Pop-Tarts tasted delicious either way. Now you just have to try them without weed in them.
Yeah. Leo wants to make some without weed, and I'm like, why would you do that? And I'm like, oh wait, because they're delicious, and you can't really eat a whole one. So,
And we had
That's what
strawberry
my
and blueberry.
girlfriend always says.
yeah,
As she always tells me, can't make it with weed in it because I want to eat more than one.
yeah. They
I
Real
she
Pop-Tarts
doesn't-
come
she
in
doesn't
2-packs, right?
partake. Yeah.
I
But
don't think you want to do these in 2-packs.
no, one and done.
Will you eat a whole one typically?
It depends on how heavy I make them.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't make them less than 25 at a time.
Okay.
It's just a waste.
How do you?
Especially because the batter itself, you can only, I don't know if you notice making the Pop-Tarts, but the dough itself gets really tough after a while. So you can only get a certain amount before they just start to shrink, and then they're not all the same size. So it's just not worth it.
Do you when you make yours, do you feel pretty confident in the consistency of milligrams? If you make 10 Pop-Tarts and they're all supposed to be 25, do you feel like they all get pretty close?
Yeah, I look at baking in general as like a science, right? So
Yeah.
when I use my stuff, I always get the best average milligrams, the amounts. Whether it's using my machine or if I buy it from the dispensary, I already know what it's at. And then from there, even if it's like cookies and I make like a full batch, it all will get you high. You do have a tendency to make one that might have like 5 more milligrams than the other, but it's roughly around within a 5 to 10 milligram grace period.
Okay.
Like grace. Does that make sense?
That's pretty good. I mean, that's pretty darn good, I think.
It does. And if you're somebody who consumes quite a bit, that's probably not a huge deal. But for somebody like myself,
Yeah,
even
a
a 10
lot.
milligram difference can be so.
I try to drop it down to like maybe 2 or 3 milligrams.
Yeah.
So like if I hit on my machine, it comes out at 42. I'll tell people, I'll tell my friends it's 45.
Sure.
Yeah.
Better to be
Just
better to
round
tell
it
them
up.
too much than too little. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
So anyway, we did get some questions finally, and can start with some of the easier ones or the easiest
Okay.
one. Somebody asked about your best bust out laugh moment while high, and I know that I'm guessing mine was probably watching him get high for the first time. I probably have never laughed harder than that, other than maybe the first time I got high, the first time I ate edibles at my buddy where we just were, and I was so fucked and felt like I was going to choke out from laughing so hard. So
I'm so sorry. I cannot figure it out. It's bothering the fuck out of me.
we have some weird knocking. Can you hear the weird knocking?
Nope.
Okay, well then
Wait, what if the knocking is on my side?
no, it's
No,
not
it's-
because it's something
no.
shaking here.
Okay.
So that's fine if
I
she
mean,
can't
I
hear
do
it. It's
see
not
the
gonna,
screen kind of shaking.
yeah. That's
I'm
get away from the table.
all right. Let her answer.
I would have to say the most laugh my ass off moment.
It's a hard question to answer because there's so many of them.
There is, but on top of it, I was thinking about, when you think about it, it's like going down memory lane, and I'm like, fuck, I was so high that I don't remember half of those
Right.
stories.
Right. Well, it's
so,
like
so as a way to put it is what when you bust out laughing when the inappropriate moment, or where everybody was serious but you couldn't stop laughing?
Ooh, that has happened to me at a funeral.
Oh
But
no. There it is.
but I wasn't high. I mean, like it's just like one of those weird, awkward, bust out
Oh.
laughing moment for no reason. That
Oh.
happened.
Yeah.
But being high, I would have to say it was probably retelling a story that I said when I was high, but I wasn't high. So I told a really intricate story when I was high, and then it being retold as me like not high, it was like a slap your knee kind of funny. One of those.
Like you
Yeah.
couldn't continue talking because you're laughing so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like almost like I couldn't catch my breath because I was laughing so hard. Yeah. But
Well,
I
I
was,
think that's kind of what's funny about the question is of when I have bust out laughing, I don't remember what I busted out laughing about. I can just remember that it happened. I mean, except for, like I said, watching you get high for the first time, that's very etched in. So,
and I couldn't talk. So
yeah.
no, that's the best is when you're just sitting there with a group of friends and you're just like,
oh, I had a perma grin.
You did. Yeah.
I wasn't laughing. I just could not stop grinning.
Yeah. For sure. You were. Yeah.
best to get those giggles too. That's the best part. Is when you're just sitting there and it's just all of a sudden you just can't stop laughing, but
Yeah.
nothing is funny going on around you. People are just having a normal conversation, and I'm like,
Oh, yeah, that is a fun time.
Even if it's by yourself.
Yeah, right.
exactly.
And yeah. That's the nice thing about getting high. Can it be all by yourself too. So
Oh shoot.
the other
That's
question, one of the other questions we got was just on Delta 8 and Delta 9 and your thoughts on it. I know I've used it, and I think 8. I'm trying to think how much 8.
The difference between?
Well, just I mean, because essentially Delta 8 and Delta 9 are kind of synthetic marijuana, essentially. Is that? Oh, it's not? Okay.
No. So Delta 9 is like the original THC.
Oh, okay.
That is what the plant is that's what gets you high. That's the psychoactive cannabinoid in the plant. So out of the hundreds of cannabinoids that come out of a plant, Delta 8 and Delta 9 give you psychoactive feelings.
Okay.
They actually, Delta 8, they say, is not as heavy of a psychoactive as a Delta 9, but the Delta 9 is the part that gets you high. It is the part that is psychoactive that really affects the mind. Synthetic is synthetic. It's most of that stuff is whether it's the pesticides that they spray on it or if they mix it with something else.
Okay.
Delta 8 has a lot more not so psychoactive, but it has more medicinal benefits. So in the dispensary, we actually used to sell a Delta 8 distillate cartridge that was for people that we would recommend who are going through chemo.
Okay.
That would help them with the nausea, the anxiety, the paranoia from the chemotherapy, radiation. But it also helped with the appetite as well.
Okay.
So it has those same characteristics as a Delta 9, but it's not as high, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
How do they make the two from the same plant? How do they just pull the different things away from it?
That's the distilling process.
Okay.
They're scientists, dude.
Exactly. So it's like taking like extracting an egg from a woman, but in a plant form. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably with the blood. Yeah. Okay.
I wonder.
So I mean, you're literally going in there and you're like pulling it out with their. I don't want to call it like a stripping process because it's not stripping it. It's just you're
extracting.
Exactly. You're extracting it.
Okay. And it's weird because we're in Wisconsin, obviously, and there's no legal THC in our state, but Delta 8 is legal.
Right.
Yes, the legalities on Delta 8 are very sketchy. Some places are like yes, some places are like whoa. But really, if you were to have like a pure, a lot of them, like a lot of the ones that are legal are being pulled from hemp.
Okay.
So they're not actually being pulled from a cannabis plant. They're being
Oh,
pulled
okay.
from a hemp plant.
Oh, I knew there was a loophole there somehow that was
Oh
able to let
yeah.
it go.
Yeah,
We
it
always
is the
find
hemp.
loopholes.
Yeah, it is the hemp thing because it had something to do with the Farmers Act.
Yes.
Yep.
And whenever hemp became illegal, so it definitely has some. How do you enjoy a Delta 8 high?
Um, the last time I tried it, my tolerance was pretty high, so I wasn't feeling too much psychoactive. But I have a bunch of friends that do take the Delta 8 and it helps them with sleep. But they're not like affected by it like the next day, or they're still able to function kind of
Yeah.
thing. So,
Yep.
but for me, it was a little too mellow.
Sure.
I needed something to get, I was always looking for the high. So
Yeah.
I was like, I mean, it did have great terpenes, the one that I tried. So it was flavorful, but it wasn't,
Yeah.
it's like, just give me the distillate. Just give me the dab. I'm done.
It's just
Give me the good stuff.
Yeah.
it's just weird when you explain it that way, because essentially it's really not that much different, and it's a good loophole for us here in Wisconsin to be able to buy something that, because they sell it at gas stations, like
Yeah.
it's everywhere. So,
But I guess
I don't know what they're, I mean, for me, it's all about like keeping the vessel clean, right? So I always ask them where it comes from, how it's derived, what do they use to extract, all of the questions. So it's like, as long as you're getting it from the right source, it's definitely worth trying, especially
Sure.
if you have a lower tolerance, because it could definitely do something for you in that sense.
Yeah.
But those of us that have been smoking for 20 plus years, it's like, meh.
that's where I was just going to go, was some people that are trying it for the first time, it's all they know
Yeah.
is a high. So maybe it's perfect for them.
Yeah.
But the experts, the pros, poo-poo.
Yeah. We'll give it to the, I was going to say, we'll give it to the kids. That's not
We'll give it to the childish mind people.
Right. Well, that's what'll ended up getting it kicked out of Wisconsin is some dumb gas station owner will allow some kid 15 years old to come in and buy a pack of Delta 8, and the kid will end up, doing something stupid, and next thing you know, it'll go illegal like the rest of it. But, yeah.
Yep. But everybody's trying to make a buck. So
yeah, I guess, in our state, I guess it's better than nothing. So at least we have some.
That's it. Better than nothing.
Something now. So, and I do notice that, like you said, it does help sleep, but it doesn't knock you out as hard the next morning, which is nice. So, because like I said, after we ate that Pop-Tart, Leah was fucked for the entire next day. So she was I still feel, so you're like,
black pepper. Please remember that.
And a lot of sugar. We tried a lot of sugar.
Yeah. If you're trying to come down quicker, I had my cookie. I had an oatmeal cookie once, and I literally, like a dab of cocaine, I took black pepper and I gummed it, and it was instant. I was like, oh, hi, I'm awake.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So black pepper, I've tried sugar. Sugar is great, but if you need that immediate relief, the pepper works better than the sugar.
All right.
So
there you go.
Yeah. But that was hey, trial and error.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe not for everybody.
No.
Like everything.
Whatever works for you to get the fuck out of that when you're getting pile drived.
I feel bad sitting on a bathroom floor. Jeez. Well, I do have this one story. I was working out and I had smoked probably like a couple long rips, I think. And then I was working out here at home, and all of a sudden I was like, I feel like I'm gonna die. Like I'm like not out of breath, but I'm like shaking and I'm like super paranoid. And I literally just sit there and I lay down on my floor and I'm like, I'm gonna die. And I just laid there for like 20 minutes. I was like, I'm done with this workout. Screw this. And I went to my couch and I took a nap.
Yeah.
So hey, it happens. It happens.
No, I ended up on the bathroom floor because at first I thought I was going to throw up, quite honestly. And then I'm like, I'm down here. Because every time I open my eyes, I got so like nauseated from, just like I would get the feeling in my stomach again every time I open my eyes because you're getting so much coming in at once. It was just like, oh. So I just stayed down. I was like, I was like,
write it out.
I was like a smart fighter who's, just stay down. The marijuana has won this time. Just stay down.
I mean, is it that bad though?
It wasn't.
That they won?
No, it wasn't. When you're that fucked up, the bathroom floor even seems comfortable for a while. You're like, oh, I could sleep here.
Yes. But that eighth of one that you ate, you were enjoying yourself.
Oh, I had a blast.
Did you feel it?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, to be fair, I was drinking as well.
Right.
But
that's the
crossfaded.
Crossfaded. But I don't drink a lot anymore. I mean, that's the thing. Even when I do drink, it's not like I used to drink.
I drank a lot that night.
Yeah. So
and then I had one. I did eat one gummy.
Oh, you had one. Okay.
Well, I don't think the Pop-Tarts were out yet, and then by the time they came out, I was already elsewhere.
Yeah. Okay. Next time, there's always room for a trial for a redo.
I was so excited to try it that night, but
yeah.
And then he stole them. He's like, these are mine, and he ran off with them.
I gave one to Nicholas.
Share either.
You can come over and have one.
I don't think he'll ever leave.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe
to be fair, I could have gave Bill one and kept
one for yourself,
but I gave him two.
That's true.
I didn't think about it. Yeah, well.
So I saw this video on Instagram that made me think about edibles.
All right.
It was this video of this guy. He was videoing his husband. He's like, "What are you doing? Why are you moving so fast?" He's like, "'Cause I've got a lot of shit to do." And he's like, "Yeah, but you have all day." He's like, "No, I ate my edible. I have to get it all done before it kicks in." And I thought of myself. I was like, "Shit, that is me."
Yeah.
I have to go anywhere I have to drive. I'm like, I gotta go to the store. I gotta go to the post office. I gotta go to the mall. I only have an hour before it hits.
Put yourself on a stop or on a timer.
On a stopwatch. Yes. Because once it hits, it's like, nope, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, I shied away from saying this earlier, but if somebody's still watching the episode, because a lot of these are people watch the beginning, then they go away, whatever. So if they're still watching, they've earned this. I didn't want to say it earlier, but I had to drive home from the farmer's market, and I felt like I was driving a fucking spaceship. I looked over at Lee, and I'm like, I have to concentrate. You're gonna have to, and I am just like.
Just be quiet.
Freeway?
No, I took some back roads.
Thanks to Jesus.
And oh god, it was bad. It felt like I was flying a hovercraft. I mean, it was like,
yeah, it's not fun sometimes.
Yeah, no, I was very happy to get home. I was just like, just get me fucking home. So
I was kind of like that.
Sorry, Mom.
When we tried the caramel. I tried the caramel.
Yeah.
I ran to get the booze in Appleton on the way home. I was like, oh,
started to feel it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then that episode, when we recorded, I didn't talk.
That's true.
A whole lot. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Because we were talking about the caramel, and I'm like, well, I can't say if I don't try it. So I tried it that morning, ran to Appleton to get the booze for the episode, and then we had 2 episodes that day, and one of them I couldn't talk.
Yeah.
Both of them I couldn't talk.
Yeah.
But I drove home and I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And dare I say
First time ever.
too, but I am a much better drunk driver than I am high driver.
We had more practice.
Not that I do either, police. So yeah. So
I used to do deliveries in California.
Yeah, I remember you telling us that. I'm like,
so now I don't even like to drive. I'm like, babe, you're taking the keys. I'm gonna sit here and enjoy.
Does she not partake at all?
No.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay. I thought she did
yeah.
No, she's got certain things that prohibit her from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So from everything that we talk about, the different forms of it, none of it works for her. Or she just really
Oh no, she used to be a huge stoner back in the day.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Can't do it anymore.
Okay.
You must. Does she look at you like every time? I mean, how jealous is she?
No, she just laughs at me.
Okay.
That
makes
I'm her
sense.
entertainment until I say, like, I turn into a space cadet, and then she's like, "All right, you're cut off. I'm like, come back to Earth, please."
Right. Oh, okay. So we bought this. Have you ever heard of this? It's a little card game called Puff Puff Pass.
No.
And they're just little cards that do fun things when you're smoking marijuana.
But you look to perk up a little bit there when like.
So we thought at the end of these episodes, we'd pick a card or two, and some of there's truth or dare, there's debate, there's trivia, there's most likely to, and then there's would you rather cards. So
I want to play.
we
Should I
figured
go get my? I should have grabbed my pen. God damn it.
Okay, go. We can edit.
we can edit this out.
We can edit.
No.
There you go. I'll wait for you to partake.
My dog is blocking the door.
Oh no.
Damn it. Oh, he heard me. Never mind.
Gotta love the dog. We do.
Never mind. What? She yelling at us?
I'm not sure.
Oh shit.
So, yeah, that's cool. Would you rather? That's what.
Well, we could just put it in. Let's pick a category.
I keep forgetting.
Pick a category.
My dog almost took out my entire production here.
I was like,
I got a heart attack for a second. I was like, no.
I was like, is she yelling at us? Did we do something wrong?
Okay. All right.
All right.
We're back.
Cool.
Perfect. So,
I shall partake with you.
I'll drink
Cheers.
with you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right.
So as we were talking, you decide there's a couple categories that maybe suited better for nights when we all partake.
When we're all fucked up.
But we can go. We'll let you pick a category.
Oh, Jeopardy. Shit.
So again, we'll go through it. Again, and if we pick a card and it doesn't seem right because of the Zoom or whatever, we'll just pick a new one.
Okay.
But we have truth or dare, debate. Debate would be good if we're all stoned, like into the stonage, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, like a real good debate. Yeah.
Trivia, most likely to, or would you rather?
Would you rather?
Shuffle them up. Well, don't shuffle. I don't care.
Good. It's a good one because those are kind of targeted for today.
Yeah. Pick a card, any card. I bet it's a 7 of diamonds. we talked to a magician last night who she had a full pack of cards that they were open, but they were all the cards are in there. She had me pick the suit, him pick the number, and then when she pulled the cards out of the deck, all of them except for the card we picked was
Opposite.
facing us. And then the card we picked was yeah.
That's trippy.
Magical Katrina. Go check her out.
100%.
Yeah. So yeah.
We might want to. Some of the, just the first line. I'm going to read it, then if we want to pick a new one again. Are you blushing? Maybe. The first line is "fuck a cow" and nobody finds out.
No.
Right. But that's the first.
No.
What? Okay, what's the next line?
We're gonna finish this and we'll pick a new
we
card.
don't need to answer this, but
We're not gonna answer this. This is a weird one. This is just a weird one. So you guys are talking about the magician. I'm just like, what the fuck?
fuck a cow and nobody knows.
I'll finish. Correct.
Okay.
Fuck a cow and nobody finds out.
Okay.
Or not fuck a cow, but everybody thinks you have, and you can't convince them otherwise. What the? Who? Somebody was stoned when
I'll
they
take
think
the first one. No. Just kidding.
Well, that's the thing. Fuck account in private, nobody finds out, or they think you didn't really.
Oh, I don't care what people think about me.
That's not the
No,
point.
wait,
That's
no.
not the point. All right. So now you know what you're in for.
Mhm. I still pick the same category.
We'll go. All right. Give up your phone for a year or have to post a selfie every time you use social media. I guess that means every time you even look at it.
Right. Every time you're on social, you got to
So
post
even-
another selfie of yourself.
I'll take. I'd rather cut off for a year.
She lives in Hawaii. Not having your phone is
Not
I
a
mean,
bad thing.
yeah, do you, like, do you guys ever even actually look at your phone before the sun goes down? Why would you?
I do actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I'm
the
like,
thing. I mean,
yeah.
Hawaii has become was it that the whole time?
I don't know.
I bet Hawaii, like anywhere you live, Hawaii's become commonplace to you now, right? Like you don't even get how awesome it is.
Yeah. Sometimes you do take it for granted and you forget what you have. Yes.
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. Wait,
But-
what was the question? Oh,
I guess I'd just be conditioned to take a selfie every time.
well, you're vain enough that you would
Yeah, I
want to
don't
take a selfie every time. Yeah. Well, it depends because I do pretty much everything to do with this podcast on my phone. So I mean, I would have to stop promoting this
right.
thing at all. So I guess I'm taking it. You're going to see a selfie of me every day.
And me. That's
I
sad
mean,
for the
that's
world.
not a bad thing.
Ugh.
Yeah. It's not a great thing. It's not as good as seeing a selfie of you every day. I'm going to tell you that right now.
They don't all look the greatest. I mean, you might get the double chin one sometimes.
That's
The
why.
You're
That's why I have this.
in your opinion, let me phrase that. In your opinion, your worst selfie is better than any of our best selfies ever.
I've rocked one good selfie.
No,
No.
no. So an extreme one and kind of a dud one. All right.
Yeah.
Pick a new category. Or I don't care. We can go through them. It's just not as many, but
I say
Up
we
to
go
you.
to the next one.
Okay.
We'll go to the next one. Just pick one.
Pick one.
of the same category.
No, a new category.
All right. Most likely to trivia. Most likely to. Let's go.
How well do we know each other?
Touche.
Most likely to.
You never know.
We'll find out.
Now's the time.
Most likely to. This was on top, and then I shuffled, and it ended up back on top anyway. Most likely to fall in love with their dealer or bud tender.
I'm gonna go first. Him.
I pick you too. I pick you too.
Wait.
Just answer the question.
I'm gonna say you.
Me?
1,000%. He's fallen in love.
There's not an explanation section for this.
Oh, I got one.
He's fallen in love with more strippers than anybody I've ever known.
How can you not? I understand.
Right.
But
Right. But I only fall in love with strippers. He falls in love with every, he used to fall in love with every girl he just talked to. And anywhere we would walk into,
wait.
and then he would send them flowers the next day, and they're like, from who?
I'm a romantic.
we love flowers. Okay, we love flowers.
Well, that I get why he sent it, but they're all like, Dean, who?
To be fair, I didn't spend a lot of money in flowers. It didn't happen very often. Oh shit. Fuck off. All right.
So it doesn't matter. We 2 against 1, we win.
Okay. All right. One more, and then we will shut this thing down. You know what you know what the next episode is, right?
Is it another consume?
Yeah, I thought we decided to do it every 4, and then the
Yes,
next one will
sir.
be the 8th one, and I thought we were going to do edibles this time. So I'll give him a half a Pop-Tart, and we'll see what happens.
Oh, edible, not gummies. I guess
No,
I mean, I get they're both edible, but
anything you can
Yeah.
eat.
You
okay.
can pick your poison, whatever kind of edible you want. That's
Oh,
on you.
okay.
Yeah.
Just the range of edibles. So
But we're gonna have
So that's in my head. I was thinking we would all do a gummy and then maybe next. Okay, whatever you decide. You're the stoners. You decide. I'm just along for the ride.
if you can put it in your mouth,
It's an edible.
it's an edible.
done.
Gotcha. Which is
So-
true. Which is true. All right.
Sounds
All
good.
All right.
Pop-Tarts next time, and then we'll get into the
Debates.
other stuff.
Most likely to have other types of drugs on them right now. wait, who's pointing? This is like the end of Reservoir Dogs. No.
So hard for us to see who we're pointing at. No.
I'm honestly going to point at myself. So,
I would definitely say I'm not that person. I have never tried any other drug but weed. So.
Oh, all right.
yeah. I mean, other than mushrooms, I haven't either. But I have a big desire to try a few. So,
See? Yeah.
yeah, I want to, like a bucket list. I want to try Molly at some point in my life. I don't want to, but I don't want to like be at a rave on Molly. I want me and Leah to chill at home all day on Mount. So
Okay.
just one time.
No, I'm most like, well, no, you do. They have just boxes of stuff at my place, but they're empty because he takes them home.
Did you just do that? So we had Hemper in the scene one time.
Hell yeah. Thank you,
I like your
Humper.
product placement.
Hemper puff pass.
Yeah.
We thought we'd put that out there because there is a puff pass volume 2. So we'll eventually need more.
Yes. Oh, I'm excited. I like this game. I've never heard of this game before. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So start tagging them, Ashley. They're more likely to sponsor you than us.
yeah.
Now, we didn't touch it, but when you mix all the cards together in a group to pick one,
Yeah.
Obviously there's a whole out of all these cards.
Whole lot of puff cards.
You just pull out a puff, and then of course that was the turn.
Yeah.
Which I think we could incorporate sometime.
We could do some night. Yes. We could do
I
a night like that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
if we do it on the consume night and we do the debate, we just pick those cards maybe and then put the puffs in there. No, you know, it's just
Yep.
Oh, okay.
There you go. I like it.
brainstorming. I like it.
So we'll end it, but before you go, we'll end it, but don't hang up right away, okay? So
Okay.
So yeah. Another good episode.
Yeah.
What?
Okay. He freaks me out sometimes.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody.
As always, a joy.